It's a special time on the ATP World Tour. In late August, New York is the backdrop to the season's fourth and final Grand Slam. The game's elites converge on the Big Apple for a tournament that is quite unlike any other.
We do think New York's the greatest city in the world, and that's why we think the US Open's the greatest tournament in the world.
A huge mass of people coming in to watch no matter which stage of the tournament you are in or which court you're playing, so it's really nice to be there.
You know, and it's one of the biggest tournaments, a great way to finish off the slams, great atmosphere here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to get some sushi on the 52nd Street in Manhattan.
More than anything, it's New York's inimitable tennis-crazy fans who give this slam its special flavour.
Very rowdy, kind of loud. You got the planes flying overhead. You have a lot of people drinking at noon. It's a very distinctly New York flavor.
New York this time of year is big and loud and rough and raucous, and that's what the US Open is.
I love to play the night sessions here. It creates an atmosphere I think you cannot find in any other tournaments.
All the tennis fans come here. It's a family experience. Then obviously with having the biggest stadium in the world and one of the greatest cities just right next door makes this a very special event for us.
Along with the red-hot atmosphere, on court there's New York's challenging weather conditions to contend with. At Flushing Meadows, victory must always be earned the hard way.
It's 95 degrees today. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s all week. That's going to speed up the play. It's going to speed up the ball, speed up the surface. Federer, I believe, even said the other day that this is a faster court than center court at Wimbledon.
I train a lot in Miami where it's a lot hotter and a lot more humid than here to try and help me, you know, get used to these sort of conditions, and no, I don't mind it.
In New York, you can never quite predict how the top seeds will fare. The competition is so intense. But one thing is for sure, the last man standing is assured a place in the history books.
This is our 135th year in terms of being a consecutive national championship, first and foremost, so when we talk about history there, but clearly, you know, from champions like the gentleman whose name is on the building here, Arthur Ashe, one of the great citizens of the world, obviously, to people like Rod Laver, to some of our contemporaries, you know, Roger Federer. When you look on the wall and you see 5 straight championships, that's pretty impressive. So you name it, the big boys have come here and played, and most of them have won at least one of them.
Another chapter in this special slam's history is about to be written, but on the American hard court, picking a winner is not easy.
I was on the subway today and it was filled with people talking about the Open, excited about the Open, who's going to win, is Federer and Nadal going to play in the final, and you know, the whole way out, that's all anyone talked about.
Nadal is #1 in the world, but Roger Federer has a 6th title in 7 years in his sights.
Feel good, you know. I mean, I've played really well in Toronto and Cincinnati, even though I didn't think I played my best tennis. But it's good to know that not even the best can win tournaments, you know, and that's something maybe in the past that has been a little bit forgotten by me, by people as well. But I'm confident for the US Open.
The last 3 years has been a very successful tournament for me in New York, and I love the crowd, I love the entertainment. The surface is very suitable to my game. You know, it gives me enough reason to believe that I can go far again.
I feel good coming into the tournament. You know, got a lot of matches in there, and physically I feel in good shape, so I'm looking forward to it.
I think I played pretty well. You know, I had a pretty tough schedule. I played a lot of matches in Paris and in Wimbledon, and then after that I had some rest, and I think I played 2 decent tournaments here in the state before this one, and now I practiced well, so hopefully I can do well.
Several players have a legitimate shot to get all the way to Sunday and win the tournament. And, you know, it's, you know, no surprise who some of those favorites are going to be. You know, it would start with Nadal, go to Federer. Andy Murray is playing quite well. So a lot of guys have a shot at it.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, we'll have all the drama and reaction from Flushing Meadows as the 2010 US Open champion is crowned. And Smile Jamaica, we hit the road with Dustin Brown, the man putting the sports-crazy Caribbean island on the tennis map. Until then, don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news. See you next week.